So we're gonna do. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you what video it is.
Hesitation.
Shut up, me. My goodness, I'm so annoying. Right. So if I put this up here, oh my goodness, look at me. I'm so young. What date is this video from? Oh, what date is this from? March 28th, 2016. That is quite the time ago. I'm so young. I've got no beard. That's what I used to look like, everybody. How many of you haven't seen this? This is the first series I ever casted, by the way. The first series I ever casted. Just so we got a bit of background noise. Not much. Just a little. Just a teensy little bit of background noise. Because my voice is dead today. But March 28th, 2016. How many months ago is that? That's like 18 months ago or something. 17 music. I just want a little bit of background noise, mate. I can't do this with no sound whatsoever, but I have to mute this video or else I'm going to get a copyright strike on my channel. And this is from the sort of time in Rocket League when Marky and Scrub were the top two 1v1 players in the world by far. There was a couple players who could come close, but no one would disagree. These guys were the top two. Even Cuxer, who could sort of take games off Scrub every once in a while, Cux would just get rinsed by Marky. Like, Scrub was the only player who could take games off Marky with any consistency. And that's why this match was, so hype. I was super excited to cast it. I still remember I was just streaming, and I probably had like 30 viewers or something at the time, and I was just playing twos with Scrub because we were friends even back then. And then Marky, who was playing a 1v1 tournament later that night, asked Scrub if he wanted to do some practice 1v1 games. And Scrub felt bad leaving me, but I said, no, go do it, but can I cast? Or I didn't say can I cast, I said can I watch? Because I wanted to watch it, obviously. It's the best two players in the world playing 1v1. Why would you not want to watch that? Best two 1v1 players, at least, playing 1v1. So, of course, I wanted to hop in. They kindly agreed to let me hop in. And then, I don't know if anybody in my... Actually, no, it must have already happened. But some my chat were just saying, cast it, because I'm here anyway, I might as well do something. So I didn't really feel like casting, because I've never casted before, except like a couple times as a joke. But I did agree to do like live analysis, because I was good friends with both these guys, Marky and Scrub, and a lot of what I knew about Rocket League was just what they had taught me. So I was just, giving my thoughts to the match.
Johnny. Love your content, man.
Oh, look at the
Huge
FPS
fan.
of this. Whoa.
I usually end up watching the stream and the YouTube videos.
Marky a bit greedy there.
I hope one
Turned the
day
wrong
maybe
way.
I can play on your stream.
Thanks for the 590.
Cheers, mate.
Appreciate the donation, man. Thanks for the spam as well. Without full stops, much appreciated. How did I have a following for casting? I didn't. There was hardly anybody watching my stream. The only reason I had a following is because I was friends with Marky and Scrub pretty much, and because I guess a couple people watched me because I was a keyboard and mouse player. But yeah, it was mostly because I was friends with Marky and Scrub. They were the first guys who I got in contact with from the pro scene. But early things to notice about Scrub versus Marky, and Marky would say this himself back then, is that he was the mechanical or the player who had lesser mechanics out of the two, but he was smarter. And if you could beat Scrub, it was usually by outsmarting him. However, Scrub has had one goal this game already by outsmarting Marky. He just took a shot from distance while Marky turned the wrong way. So it wasn't always a super, we're not talking about Scrubkilla being like dumb here. He's far from like a silly player. At times he would do things that are a bit silly, and Marky would get the better of him. But for the most part, it was a pretty even matchup. And I don't want to make it sound as if Marky's mechanics are terrible. He was still phenomenal at ground shots, best dribbler in the world at this point. So it was absolutely the battle of the Clash of the Titans to see these guys play. And if you, like I said before, if you want to see what I had to say live analysis, like March 2016, you'll have to go watch this video, because I don't want to. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, I skipped to 5 minutes. What am I doing? Do you know what I just did? I just pushed 5 on my keyboard because I wanted to change the camera to Marky. I'm such an idiot. Anyway, yeah, not much happens for a while. Like right here on Scrub, and I pushed 5 on my keyboard to switch it to Marky, and it just skipped to 5 minutes. I'm a caster. Yeah, there's no boost indicator. This is back when Rocket League had no boost indicator. I've taken my hand off the keyboard. I'm going to do it again if I touch it. But yeah, this is my first ever cast, I guess you could call it. I wouldn't really call it a cast. It's more like a live analysis, chill out and watch players play. And I was just like saying like, yeah, this was rubbish, this is what you meant to do, blah 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 blah. I wasn't very good at it, but you know, at the time nobody was good at casting Rocket League, so people liked it enough to ask me to do it again, and I did do it again, and luckily it was popular enough to start a channel out of it. So this is really the Kickstarter, I guess you could call it. Oh, there's the classic. This for anybody who remembers, this is the classic Scrub Killa kickoff. Like you would just look at Scrub Killa's angle here. This is way back in the day. I noticed this about Scrub's kickoff. I was like, look at where he's flipping. He's not flipping at the ball. Everybody else is flipping at the ball. Scrub Killa's flipping like to the left of the ball in this variation. And meanwhile, you got Marky on the other side, like just flipping straight at the ball. And I was thinking to myself, I think I figured out how Scrub Killa wins kickoffs. He's goal side, Marky isn't. Kaboom. It's going to go pinch right between them and end up in his net. So that's how we figured out Scrub's kickoff and taught the world how to do it. Sorry about that, Scrub. My bad. Recycling content. I know, think about it. A year from now, I can watch myself watching myself watch this. It's never ending. The content is never ending. Once I have enough videos, I can just review my reviews and review my reviews of reviews. It's just going to be never-ending content, man. But yeah, like I've said, I'm sure a lot of you guys will be very familiar with Scrub Killa from a long time ago. Maybe not this long ago, but back then he was, especially against Marky, his style was sit back and goal, let Marky dribble at me because he's not afraid of Marky's dribbles, and then counter-attack him with power shots. Have a super good kickoff, which would sometimes just win him games, and just generally be a bit quicker in the air than Marky as well, was the other thing he was pretty good at.
Here's Johnny.
I think it's the Subco Hammer. The Prime variation. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, Johnny Boy reacts to Johnny Boy reacting to Johnny Boy reacting to Scrub vs Marky. Mocket Scrub Killa. This is when, I think this was pre-RLCS, so Mocket had signed Scrub Killa alongside Pashy and Siki, and they were looking like one of the best teams in the world. Then RLCS gets announced and Scrub got cucked, so feels bad. But 5-0 for Scrub in game 1 is, you know, something that could happen. What a shot, what a boomer by Marky. Holy, he's trying not to break the back of the net with this one. Just slowing it down as much as possible. Slowing it down so far, in fact, that Scrub jumped in front of the ball. But yeah, it wasn't unusual to see Marky like get hammered every once in a while, because his style when he's losing was very much to keep attacking even more, to try and get back into the game. He doesn't really care about making the loss look less bad. He would just try and win. He's always trying to win. That's all Marky cares about. So if he's losing by 10, he's going to try and create 10 chances and take them all. And sometimes trying to create 10 chances means you concede a bunch of goals because you're overextending. But yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about losing by a ton. Or I know Marky wasn't worried about getting hammered early on. Very good mentality. But the bounce dribbles was really Marky's speciality. It still probably is one of his specialities. Like, I know lots of other players have elevated and become good at that as well, but Marky back in the day was the best bounce dribbler by far. Oh, what's this? Another Scrub Killa? No kickoff goal this time. Yeah, Marky, he hadn't figured out to get goal side on kickoff as fast as Scrub did. We rarely see this these days. Players don't really do this anymore. But what Marky's doing here, like he jumps into the ball, so a single jump shot, and then he backflips straight away. The reason he does that is because he's trying to like stop his car's forward momentum to give himself as much space as possible to like line up his rebound. Obviously, he's super deep in the midfield here, so it's not really, you would never see that these days because players could front flip shot that and then still read it no problem. But back in the day, reads off the backboard were not really a thing. This is pre-Weedham Girls backboard domination era, or like actually this is probably about the time that Weedham Girls started to show the world how much you could read backboards. But back then, you know, the backflip shot was just making the follow-up easier. That's what the thing was. Like some people thought that backflipping changed the arc of the ball. It didn't. It didn't change the arc. There's no spin in Rocket League. Don't be silly. It was purely a positional thing. Why did I switch from DFH to Manfield? I don't think I made this lobby. I think Marky might have made this lobby. He probably made it, and he would always use DFH. But yeah, game 1, Scrub, pretty comfortable. There is spin. No, there's not spin when you hit the ball with your car. Pretty sure there's spin if it hits a wall, but there's not spin if you hit it with your car. I'm pretty sure. Rocket Science is gonna. No, it doesn't change Scrub. No, it doesn't. Go test it. It doesn't. It's just the same as a single jump. Right, dribbling challenge. Can Marky do it? Yeah. Back in the day, dribbling challenge was obviously not a thing, so people sucked at dribbling, like with the ball on top of their car, till Dapper came around and carried the ball for 12 years. While listening to elevator music, I don't know. I just want to listen to something. Fine, I'll skip ahead. Bam. More elevator music. Skip. Oh my goodness, what is that label? Get that out of here. Who's this amateur YouTuber? So yeah, like this is pretty typical. 8 saves for Scrub, 1 for Marky. That's what you would expect to see. Alright, so both these guys were actually playing a 1v1 tournament. They're talking right now. They do have a bye, so they're going to scrim some more. They were on opposite sides of the bracket, so they're pretty much practicing against each other and then probably meeting in the final. It's worth mentioning, I don't think that Scrub ever beat Marky in a 1v1 tournament final back in the day. Marky was pretty much the boss of 1v1 tournaments that he entered. I don't think he ever lost one. There were a couple of close ones between these guys, though. Very, very close games in the series. Oh, I've got camera shake on. That was a glitch. You had to go and turn camera shake on and then off again. Guaranteed, though, Rocket League Science is going to come in and be like, there is spin when you hit the ball. And I'm going to be like, well, I was wrong, but I mean, there's not much spin. I don't think it changes the arc at all. I've tested it. It didn't look like it changed the arc for me. Alright, let's see what happened here. What was this? So Marky, that was probably the worst power slide turn I've ever seen him do. Usually when you see Marky turn, his car just like whips around in an instant, and this time he's decided to turn like an oil rig for some reason. He's doing his best impression of me turning around in Rocket League. He's like, whoa, okay, now let's attack. Flip. I look like Noel Gallagher from Oasis. You really think so? Hold on. Wait, I can get that up for you guys. Let's see. Noel Gallagher, huh? I do not look like Noel Gallagher. At least I don't think I do. What do you guys think? Wait, I've got to look the same as he does. I'm not gonna do the pose he's doing to the picture immediately left of me, but let's see. What can we do? Am I doing it right? Wait, what can I do here? We could do this one maybe. Try this one. I'm not very good at these poses. Oh, here's one. The mic's probably getting in the way. I'm nothing like him. Nothing. Not even close. Yeah, Scrubkilla scored. It's not a perfect match. No, you're not even close. JKRL, or Jake RL, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the stream. Very much appreciated, my man. Alright, let's see. Oh, Marky missed a boost. Feels bad, but he was pretty good at low boost ball control, so he's probably going to start the bounce dribble anyway. 50-50. Marky never afraid to dribble with low boost. Separated birth. I look nothing like the guy. What are you talking about? Alright, did Scrub just get faked here? Did he fake himself? I need to see this. I'm curious. That's like quite interesting that Marky went for this. I would have expected Marky to just like pop this and boom it. Maybe he like... Why did I switch the camera as well? This is the worst camera switch I've ever seen. I should absolutely be seeing that first touch from Marky. I think Marky beat the first touch, probably. Probably. He was still probably, like, even back then, I think he was... yeah, usually Marky would go for a harsh cut and then air roll shot to the top shelf from there, but he got it under. It's so interesting to see these guys play. Like, Marky has the exact same camera settings as he did back then, and Scrubkilla has changed so much. Scrubkilla's camera settings, I think... Oh my goodness. Scrub's camera settings have gotten more zoomed in. I skipped every replay because they were skipping every replay. Marky's power slides are so trash compared to what they are now. My goodness. Look at the understeer. Look at the understeer. He beamed it. He's still flipping the camera back and forth on the kick out. Oh no! He's tabbed out to change his music. For anybody who used to watch Marky stream back in the day, he used to just get up by like 6-0 and then tab out and change music, and take so long that he'd be only winning 6-3 when he gets back in. He says he lagged out in the chat. Well, let's see if he can make the comeback. I don't actually remember if he makes the comeback. I also don't remember if there were more games than this, or if this was all that they played this day. I think this was all that they played this day. Was it? I think it was. Alright, there. That's actually smart by Marky. He's sprinted across the field, doesn't care about the boost steal, he's just going for the shot. That's very cheeky. A lot of players here, when they take this initial shot here, what they'll do, even today, is nip in underneath the ball, grab the boost, and dribble the ball back into their own half. But it's still viable to do what Marky is doing right now. This is actually a viable strategy, to just go around and then take the shot, because leaving the boost kind of baits Scrub into the corner, and he flies onto the boost, tries to get a 50-50, gets beat. Viable strategy. Why is Turbo a rude person? Turbo's got great banner. What are you talking about? He's got an ego the size of the moon, though, like me. That's why I like him. This is exactly what Scrub did today to Ahmed. Look at what Marky does here. So, hold on, we need to. Okay, yeah. So this touch in 1v1 is super common. It's very interesting. Like this touch here is usually followed by running to the back corner to grab boost, and Scrubkilla knows that, so he's probably going to take his time, line up this shot or possession or dribble, whatever he wants to do. But Marky knows that as well, so he actually turns and then goes for the wall shot, which is also something that Marky rarely did. Marky and wall shot was pretty rare in 1v1, but this is like really next level by Marky. Like Scrub's just grabbing this boost. Marky makes a touch. Scrub thinks, okay, Marky's going to go get his back boost. Let's turn, get ready. Oh, never mind. Really, really smart. Very, very clever. That's Marky winning the mind game. Easy to miss that kind of thing, but that still happens in today's games as well. In fact, it did happen today. That's how Scrub like secured game 5 earlier against Ahmed with that exact same line of play. Although it didn't like look exactly the same. It was the same line of play. Okay, look, I think this is... no, I don't remember. Okay, I thought I remembered what happened here, but I don't. Never mind. I thought that was going to be when Scrub just sticks the ball and keeps the ball in the corner, but no, he tried to dribble it back, and Marky's just stripped it from him. I did kind of like the... Like, back in the day, you had to just guess how much boost people had a lot. It was quite a good game, or a fun game you could play. You had to just guess how much boost people had, because you couldn't see it. Scrub's still crushing that diagonal kickoff, though. And he's definitely like zooming around the field much faster than Marky. He's using a lot more boost, getting around a lot quicker. Marky diagonal flipping, of course, as always. Oh, the mind game. Scrubkilla got done pretty hard here. This is cheeky. Very cheeky. Notice, remember I said I was skipping every replay because the players were also skipping every replay? Look at when Marky stops watching this replay. Right, this is the first time through goal. Now watch this. This is a Marky thing as well. And it's like now really, really popular. Marky, this is like one of the first replays, if not the first replay he's watched the entire series, and it's because he's mind game Scrub, so he wants to... As soon as the mind game happens, he skips the replay. He's like, okay, yeah, you've seen the bit where you screwed up. I left it on though. I was like, whatever. But yeah, that's something I was able to predict, I think. And I remember I read a Reddit comment, and it was pretty funny because somebody was like, holy cow, this guy even predicted that who would leave Ballcam on, who would watch the replay. And I was like, yeah boy, next level predictions. Just because I knew the players so well. I was like, yeah, they're never going to skip a fake. Midnight Blazer, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for all the Prime subs today, guys. Twitch Prime, of course. Amalgamation of Amazon Prime and Twitch. Turbo, where you can sub for free to your favorite streamer every month. Isn't it awesome? Absolutely free. It's like a money tree. We're just creating money out of thin air. Scamming Amazon. I love it. Look at the Scrubkilla dribble. This is like... This is historic, by the way. This is a historic moment. And let me tell you why. Scrubkilla turned off Ballcam. Oh my goodness. Back in the day, he never did this. He was like 100% Ballcam player. He turned it off, and then he was looking so shaky, but he managed the dribble. I was so proud of him. I was like, look at this guy. Oh, he's done it. I'm like almost emotional about this. But this is like an iconic moment for Scrub. Did he say wow about his own shot here? Wow. Scrub like, wow. I dribbled Marky. Oh my goodness, it's the first time it's ever happened. Wait. Oh yeah, the replay was... Yeah, he did turn off Ballcam. I was confused there for a second. Wait. Did Marky do a fake kickoff here, or did he just beat it? Or did he disconnect? If Marky jumps in this spot. Yeah, he did. Marky's... This isn't an AF. This isn't a, like, controller thing. This is Marky's, like, old kickoff strategy that stopped working after players got, like, 1 IQ. He's just, like, sitting in goal, jumping on the spot to fake that he's going for the kickoff, and then players are like, I can see you. Because Scrub's not playing with 90 FOV and 90 height, so, yeah, Marky with the cat face. He's like, whoops. I might have beamed it. That's funny. I remember that. I'm not sure. Was this the only other game that they played? No, they must have played one other one after this. They must have played one more. Really surprised Marky didn't volley that one. Oh, look at the OG half flip as well. We're pre-half flip, guys. Look out for this. Scrub's like, oh no, I'm backwards. What do we do? Air roll back. Front flip. Air roll sideways. OG half flipping. That's funny. Half flipping didn't even think. Scrub still gets a goal though, because Marky's even slower than he is. Oh, hold on. How did Marky not get a demo there? I remember this. What is that? Scrub kill it. Stop hacking, mate. No demo. Look at the... Are you remembering any names in the chat? Has anybody seen themselves back in the day? What does play-by-play mean? The play-by-play caster is usually the guy who's talking about what is happening, rather than the guy who's analysing what has happened. Or, like, you know... The play-by-play is usually like saying what he sees, and then the analyst says what he thinks. That's the best way I could describe it. Will I be casting again? Yeah, I definitely want to do one more cast today after this. We'll see though. We'll see if there's something worth it. Backflip shot marker. What a save! Scrub off the crossbar, and then the classic. Just boom it. This is classic Scrub killer right here. Marky should have seen this coming though. Like Scrub killer used to always just save it and then boom it in every time. So yeah, Marky getting caught off guard. Remember sub to par but in HD. You mean sub par but in HD? I do. Are they still doing a 12-hour stream today? Or I think it was a 12-hour stream. Oh my goodness, the ball spin. Look at that. Anybody who doesn't have a Better Twitch TV extension for Twitch, you should definitely get it. It works on like most of the main browsers. Scrubkill, he's turned off ball cam again, but he has no idea what to do, so he's just going to get beside the ball and wiggle and then do that. What a shot. What an attack. Vicious attack by Scrub. It's about as vicious as his no ball cam dribbles would get back in the day. Air roll shot by Marky. Cheeky. The air roll shot was probably something that certainly earlier in this, like late 2015, only Marky and Cuxer were doing air roll shots. They were the only two players in the world who could do that. Other players had not even tried or started to, you know, maybe they tried it, but they hadn't got it into their game for sure. It was certainly just a Marky and Cux thing. The pioneers of the air roll shooties. I can cast Stumpy versus Cole. That sounds like... I mean, I'm tired today. I'm gonna fall asleep if I cast that one. Did Scrub win this? I honestly don't remember. It's like I'm watching it for the first time again. Is he gonna play... I thought Scrub was just gonna sit in his corner. I was like, that's next level if he does that. Next level. But yeah, as you can see, when Marky's in goal, Scrubkilla doesn't really have that many ways in his arsenal to outplay him like he would today. He is really good at challenging though, still. So he was still threatening even if his opponent was in goal or on the ball. Nothing like he is today though. Like Scrub has elevated his game 7-fold for sure. Scrub, are you still in my chat right now live? Because I don't remember if you guys played in the Mocket 1v1 tournament finals this same day. Did you? I think you did, and Marky won. I think that every single tournament that had both Marky and Scrub in it, they met in the final. And every tournament that only had one of them in it, they would win it. Oh, Marky not quick enough in the turn. When was this first casted? This was March 2016. March 2016. It's my first ever Rocket League cast. First ever real cast, to be honest. So that's 18 months ago, 17 months ago or something. So we're really keeping this one up. Doesn't matter, the Marky doesn't have the dribbling challenge. 2-0. Scrub. It was a bit of a closer game this time. Romantic music. Yeah, it's pretty chill. Well, we missed a bit in the middle though. We're gonna go back to like here. How long is this song? Oh, there we go. This song's pretty chill. Alright. We got game 3 though. There were 3 games. Of course, I've got to turn on and off camera shake because it's just on by default in spectator. So much has changed since then. The good old days. The good old days. This is the good old days when, yeah, every type GG as well. That's right. There was nothing else for pro players to do all day, so I could just cast whoever I wanted. Everybody wanted to get casted because there was nothing to do except play ranked. But yeah, this is the game 3. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I won't say it. I won't say who I think wins this one. But it's the only other game that they played, so obviously Scrub has already won the series. But these are just practice games. This is long before Rocket League 1v1 show matches had donation goals in them. Which, funnily enough, the first ever prize pool 1v1 was these exact 2 players, Marky vs Scrub, best of 9. And it went, I believe, to 8 games. So that was pretty fun. $550, I believe. The first ever 1v1 show match that started off with crowdfunding in Rocket League was these 2 guys. It was very appropriate, I think, that it was Marky vs Scrub for the first ever 1v1 show match with money on the line. Oh, Marky with a side flip. I like that. He ended up in the right place, but a bit all in. I still like that he's tried it. Because this is definitely, well, I like that he's chosen the side flip. I don't necessarily like that he's gone for the move, but I like that he chose the side flip as his way to get into the center. It's pretty good to know. Yeah, best of 9. They wanted a best of 9 because there was just so much money in the line. They were like, well, if we're going to separate that much money, we want a best of 9. Like, that's actually smart by Marky as well. He lets the ball bounce for 2 reasons. One, he doesn't want to hit this in the first bounce. Like, it might look to you guys that he's just like, okay, come at me, Scrub. That's the only reason he's leaving it here. But there's 2 reasons. If he had hit the ball on that bounce, it would have gone way too high. So he's waiting, and he wants to hit it on this bounce instead, because then if Scrub doesn't challenge here, if let's say Scrub backs off, he can lightly touch the ball and then volley it or half volley it. He's got a lot more options on this bounce than he did in the previous one. That's why he's letting it bounce. Sometimes you could do that in your own game. Just let it bounce one time on this spot. So you can take a lower pop. Of course, he goes for the high pop because he saw Scrub challenging, but he had lots of options there. It wasn't just the bait. There was more to it than that. Setting a record for the longest one in the series would be cool. Time enduring players and let them battle it out. Oh jeez, I would run out of energy before the players. Like playing or casting Rocket League is more exhausting, I think, than playing Rocket League. But no, I'm not saying that playing Rocket League isn't tiring. Playing Rocket League is of course exhausting as well. But I would probably run out of steam before the players do. No lie, no lie. I've got to keep clicking off this window. I need to be clicked on in case I want to skip forward or back. There was a lot of videos. I think Marky might have some. There's got to be a video somewhere on YouTube of Marky versus Scrubkilla from Marky's stream. They were the most interesting videos for me to watch back in the day. I loved watching those. Look at Marky just. This is so typical of him, just like looking for the gap. He's just on the edge of the box, never stopping his attack. Backflip shot to give himself a follow-up volley way over. The execution is not like obviously all there. I'm sure he would have scored by now against this level of goalkeeping these days, but his mix-up in attack was unparalleled back then. Absolutely unparalleled. Like lots of little fake jumps. He's faking a jump just to get his opponent to stay back, and then as soon as Scrub realizes it's a fake jump, he tries to come forward. Marky beats him to the ball, side flip shot to the bottom corner. There's a lot going on there, especially for his time. Like chaining together all these moves was something Marky did before anybody else. Like doing, backflip shot into rebound and doing a little pop into a volley, or pop into a catch into a volley. Like chaining together all these moves was certainly something he did before anybody else. Who's the dude on the left? Do you really not know? It's yours truly, man. Nah, you gotta know. You gotta be trolling. Surely. Yeah, the mic was pretty garbage. The mic was pretty garbage. I warn you guys, if you're going to go watch this video to, you know, hear my analysis back then, which, man, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't very good, but it was definitely the best out of all the other casts, like all the casters that were currently casting Rocket League, or at this time. Like, nobody really knew anything about the game, so I knew something, and that was better than everybody else, because they knew nothing. So I was pretty lucky. The only reason I knew stuff about the game is because I was friends with these two guys that were playing. They would, I just ask them questions. They would tell me stuff while we're playing. Gotta remember that these are both SARP bets as well. And if anybody doesn't know what that means, it's the predecessor to Rocket League. Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars. I can't say it very fast, but I tried. And so they've got years of experience. Even though Rocket League's only about half a year old at this point, they're 6 years of SARP experience before that. Actually, Marky maybe only 4, because he was later to it than Scrub. Even though Scrub's younger. Scrub started playing it when he was like just out the womb. Oh, that's a good fake by Scrub. I bet Scrub watches this replay as well. I bet he watches it. As soon as he sees Marky on the wall, he leaves it. And there's that typical kickoff. Marky 2 side on. Yeah, he sees Marky go for the wall. He's like, haha. And yep, Scrub Killer watching the replay. You can call it a mile away. Who had the most mechanical skill at this time? Oh, Cuxer by far. Cuxer was well ahead of his time. He was scoring goals and doing like rebounds and wall shots and pinches that no one else was even close to doing. He was also, you know, a good air dribbler. He could do flicks. He was just pretty good at everything. His shooting, aerial shots. This is actually pretty smart by Marky. He waits in the corner. Like, Scrub got this this boost, steal, so Marky's pretty low on boost right now. Shadows, kills some time. Still in the corner, killing lots of time. Just waiting, you know, 50-50. Then he backs up and he manages to catch the boost as it respawns. That's really, really smart. Just blind pick up there by Marky. Just knowing the 10-second timer was about to be up, and I think it surprised Scrub because he wasn't thinking that far. Or at least, if he wasn't. Or if he was thinking about that, he overextended going for a demo for sure. Close games though after the first one. Like, Scrub just rinsed Marky game 1, then it was, you know, close game 2, close game 3. Oh, man, my voice is killing me today. I'm really sorry, guys. Very sorry. Another non-demo. One reason I think that demos were just not as common back then is because players were not as good at staying supersonic all the time. Like, Scrub's just not supersonic there. He could have been, but he's just not. Does a good flick though. That's like impressive that Scrub learned this stuff so fast. Cause I remember he was brand new, absolutely brand new to no ball cam dribbling at this time, and he's still executing flicks against a world class goalkeeper. Like Marky, not always known for his defense, but still a world class goalkeeper at this time for sure. Oh, that's cheeky. Deliberately finding the post to pass it to himself. Not sure if Marky could have just scored that direct. It looks like he might have been able to by cutting it harder. Is that just going to be game? I think it might be. I can't remember if this is the final score or not. It was so long ago since I watched this. I don't really like to watch my really old videos because the casting is just so bad. It's really quite terrible. My analysis was like, for its time, definitely on point, but the casting wasn't. It was terrible. Oh. Scrub's playing the clock really well though. It's worth noting. He stepped up his aggression and is posturing further up the field because the clock is almost out.
Nice to see how much you've bunnies now, you handsome boy bin boy cringe.
And dribbling challenge by Marky. Definitely the better no ball cam dribbler at the two. This is pretty decent actually. Decent to get the cut and pop. Seymour Twitch.tv /JohnnyBoy and Scry. Oh my goodness, what a sellout. There you go, that's my first ever live analysis. Twitch chat absolutely dead. All-rounder 90 still kicks about in Twitch chat these days. Drew the Scroob, thanks for the 8 months. Appreciate that, man. Welcome back. What rank would this be today? I remember I said that I think that Chronovi Gambit would be gold. Maybe gold 3. Maybe gold 2. I think that what we just saw would be platinum. Maybe even diamond. Maybe even diamond. Probably plat 3. What do you guys think? Maybe Diamond 1. Maybe. What do you guys think? Diamond 1? Hey, thanks for the kind words, all you guys ranking me in the past compared to me now. Diamond? Diamond 1? Diamond 2? I think maybe Diamond. I think Diamond. Because although they're slower than players these days, they're way smarter. They're way smarter. Would be Champ? I don't know about Champ. I don't know about Champ. I don't know about Champ because there's elements missing from both of their games. They're just slower, for sure. Like they don't know how to half flip for starters. They're just gonna be slower. Marky's kickoff is a disaster. He would just lose every kickoff possession these days, surely, even at lower rating. Maybe I was aiming a bit low. I think that these guys at the bottom of the leaderboard in the top 100 aren't even in Grand Champion. I think they're Champ 3. I don't think that there's even 100 Grand Champs in 1v1. That's one of the reasons I was aiming a bit lower.
Hopefully now that our LCS is over, the pros will come out more to play. Smile, loving the new players getting their debuts lately.
Buddy Pookie, thanks for the 8 months. Very much appreciated. Welcome back. You're bronze, they would have strike well. Yeah, Plat was too low. I think maybe let's go for Diamond
Here's Johnny.
2. Diamond 2? I think Diamond 2. They're Diamond 2 now, I'd say. What do you guys think? Well, thanks for the little sub trade. Appreciate that. MG Vogt 96. Definitely said that wrong, but thanks. Appreciate you. What ones in top 100 is Champ 3 Div 2. Yeah, there's less players in the ones playlist. So top 100 players in the world are to get into Grand Champ. You don't even have to be a Grand, or to get into top 100 you don't even have to be a Grand Champ. There's that few. Oh my goodness, what is this? And then Jaden, thanks for the Prime sub, and Spiffmeister with another Prime sub. Look at the loyalty, the generosity. I appreciate all of you guys. If John Salmon is champ, then they're like Champ 3. I don't think that John Salmon is champ in 1v1, but I don't think that's relevant either. I'm just like guessing how good they would be. I think Diamond 2 is fair. I think Diamond 2 is fair.